Good evening, SpeedGaming 5, and welcome to a race between fryteeth and Malchior in the 2023 version of the Random Percent Tournament. I'm Furious K, alongside Smile Fires. These two runners are very prominent for very different reasons. One is very well known for his commentary and his play, while the other is known for his Battle Royale prowess and his play there as well. So, two that are very experienced at playing this game. We'll see whether or not being a Battle Royale admin or being a commentator is the key to success here.
It'll be very interesting to see. Malchior's had a fair bit of tournament success, while fryteeth's gotten to play just so many different combinations of unique flags that people have come up with as part of the Battle Royales. Well, we have a blue candle to start, and we find the magical sword on our start screen.
Yeah, so I think if I'm the runners, I'm definitely going to look for the Wood Sword Cave, see if it's in its vanilla location.
Yeah, fairly likely that it could be, and not too far from it.
You found one of 10 door repairs.
Yeah, occasionally you'll hear some audio in the background from the stream. One of our trackers does have verbal notifications, which is fine. As long as it's not auto-tracking the actual game itself, it's okay.
So no wood sword on the wood sword screen.
So with that, now it's just a hunt for any bird bush or any open cave, as the game logic does in fact know that they start with the blue candle in this case.
You have located one dungeon.
Well, we found level 2 not very far away. It's got a number of open doors to look into here.
Am I to assume that neither runner has looked at their Triforces yet, or are we just kind of waiting to see if it's first quest or second quest?
Yeah, I don't think they've looked.
Because I can tell you for certain, based on this level 2, that it's a shape at the moment.
Triforce is not in Triforce rooms. And a recorder on the floor. So to add to his overworld exploration, Malchior could make use of that recorder to open up some of those spots. So it's taken him somewhere on Death Mountain. $110 large secret is very nice. And there's our Triforces. We got 1 and either 2 or 3. But if that's a shapes 2, it'll be 3.
Yeah, I'm almost positive based on what I saw that it's a shape. In fact, looking back at it now, I am positive it's a shape.
Seems the Armos item has wandered away from its vanilla screen. Malchior's going to take a blue candle.
Yeah, let's see if the runners decide to go burning, looking for the wood sword, or if one or the other runners decide to go just for open caves. This flute is taking us to some interesting locations. How many different ones is it taking him to so far?
Only 2. That spot on Death Mountain and the one near the grave. Yeah, so looks to be beaten.
Well, that can still be pretty useful. So Malchior probably is determined that at this point is just marking where they're at on his tracker. Level 5, meanwhile, for fryteeth.
Yes, the runners did start with a blue candle. I think Malchior might not have remembered because his item scroll was on the recorder at that point. We do have accessible any roads, which is exciting. Got one that takes us up to the top right corner. Over by the water, and then far to the east. Malchior is going to get some wooden arrows.
Yeah, the large secret being north of 100 is pretty rich, so you can definitely afford to buy the wood arrows, especially with blue candle, something that you don't have to buy anymore. Because we didn't know right off the bat whether or not take any ones would give them a chance at a blue candle or not. It looks like the hint shop has the 10, 30, 50 value in that one, so that tells us that the hints are not going to be particularly useful to the runners in this one.
Yeah, don't need to go back there. We've got the raft as the coast item as well.
You found 3 of 10 door repairs.
So we definitely have shuffled items. It's not one of those strange cases of potentially unshuffled mixed items happening. Alright, got a sighting of a very green level 5. Just gonna make a note of that and see if looks like the opposite wall didn't open.
You found 4 of 10 door repairs.
fryteeth has found 4 of 10 door repairs. That is quite a number of door repairs. At least the penalty is not very high. It looks like a wooden boomerang under the Armos here. Got another large secret, so this is some kind of first quest overworld. There would only be one in second quest. Looks like no luck with rolling 0 HP enemies this time. Malchior's found the any roads. Gonna take a look and see where they go.
Yep, while not the absolute best any roads you could get, these are pretty relevant any roads to be able to use. And we do have extra candles, come to find out.
Yeah, and a wood sword sighting at Vanilla 5.
So potentially a little bit bad for Malchior. I like in that spot, that's like one of the rare spots where if I get the any road in that Vanilla 8 location, I actually just go ahead and burn it open so I can get around. It annoys me.
Well, if Malchior is going to keep looking up here, there's a chance that he's not too far from that. And even after buying wood arrows, he's already stocked up 205 rupees again. Alright, back into 2 for Fry. They're both sitting on no keys, no bombs right now. Malchior's got the boomerang. Oh, that's not too bad of a Triforce to get out of level 2.
You now have 3 Triforces.
Yep. We should get perfect indication here that there's 3 Triforces in hand if he hasn't checked already. Guessing he checked at some point based on that. But the reason we know this can't be boomerang shape from the normal level 2 or the moon is it's got the 3 across in the 4th column, so it can't be that. And then if it's the A, I believe it goes between the V in level and the second L in level. And we were over too far there, so
Yep.
Of course you'd be able to solve it from this room as well now, because that would include a 4th column.
Well, he's gonna stick around here. He's got the recorder, he's got the first pack of bombs.
Yep. Maybe an ever so slight disagreement with the strategy, only because of potential for Heart Shuffle to not be on. And you can check with the flute and see if you might be able to travel back here real quick otherwise. But if it ends up being something real important, then obviously he's going to get quite a significant lead out of it by digging it right now instead of later. This dark room, though, tells us that we are a mixed quest. The reason that is the case is you don't get dark rooms in shapes, so because there's some movement of the rooms in between the dungeons, one of the dark rooms from level 7 through level 9 shuffled into level 2's shape. It's one of the weird quirks.
Very interesting. Got a heart on the floor. Doesn't tell us one way or the other.
Dungeon 2 is complete.
Yeah, I guess the other benefit, and now the reason why it actually made sense to dig that dungeon for the heart, if Heart Shuffle was in fact off, is it does guarantee the White Sword pickup. So, if nothing else, we're now guaranteed it on fryteeth's end, whereas Malchior may or may not be able to obtain it yet.
Yeah, he's also gotten a little bit away from the sword as well.
You found 5 of 10 door repairs.
It's quite a pricey big shield.
I hadn't paid attention to what was the value roughly.
It was 171.
Alright, well that tells you that the boomstick is off then, because that is too high for the medium-priced shield, so the book only replaces the highest.
And Boomstick could have been nice to pick up early with some of the early struggles getting bombs here. Oh, 5 rupee bombs in shops, though.
Yeah, I figure the runners will really utilize the bomb shops as they come across them, given how cheap that is.
Oh, we got these two right next to each other.
Yeah, I think there's another one not too far from here as well. So there's at least 3 of them in the Dead Woods, which kind of means that there's not going to be too many more across the overworld. But, you know, still, at least you know we're somewhere.
Fry's up to 7 hearts now.
And that sounds like what? Fever from Dr. Mario?
You have located 3 dungeons.
Not so good with the song names in that one, but yeah, it definitely is Dr. Mario. And
I don't know if it's Fever or Chill. I think Chill was the second theme from Dr. Mario. I want to say Fever was the first.
at level 7 under Recorder Lake, and Fry's now going to test out the recorder. Looks like it's taking us to new beaten dungeons. It's one of the nice things about, well, maybe nice is relative, but you get randomized recorder and book function.
You found 6 of 10 door repairs.
Still getting the lay of the land. We've only found a
You found
handful of
7
levels,
10 door repairs.
whereas we found 7 of 10 door repairs. That'll be a guaranteed white sword item pickup for Malchior when he finds it as well.
Dungeons.
Trying to see if any of these walls will budge in the entry room to 1. And the key door does open. Oh, we've got permanent sword beams. And there is the white sword in level 1. So combat upgrade, and it can launch sword beams, so you can play it safe from range if you want to. And given that we're thinking shapes, there could be a lot more to find in this level 1.
Looks like level 8's at the top of the waterfall. Malchior's getting close to that wood sword. I don't know if it's last location, but it certainly is one of those situations where Malchior's not real thrilled with how this hunt has gone, as fryteeth pulls off a fairly nice kinetic key.
Yep, that door will be permanently open now that he's crossed back through it. Got a Triforce in a Triforce room, but we already saw a Triforce not in a Triforce room.
Yep, fryteeth already knows about that since he saw the second Triforce room in level 2 with, I think, like a 5 or something like that.
Yeah, that's right.
So we don't need this Triforce, but not wanting to pass the opportunity by to get some items on very few rooms. And there is the absolute confirmation that shapes was the answer, in case anybody kind of doubted our ability to look at the shape of 2 earlier. It's in absolute proof now.
Malchior's got that Triforce.
This room fryteeth is in is just no fun. It's Beamos, it's boomerangs, it's bunnies, even with sword beams, and there's bubbles in here. It's a whole lot of no.
Yeah, he's just leaving it for now.
It reset a couple of the enemies at least, but may opt to go a different direction just to see if it's at all possible to not have to deal with that for now.
Yeah, there's a couple more open doors. There's the left side, yeah, that was open. So I guess if you've seen this many items, are you thinking no heart shuffle at this point? Like, is it in the back of your mind?
I mean, for my purposes, it all changes with the flute being recorder to beaten dungeons. I might still explore 1 and 2, but I don't know that with shapes that's as fun. If it's guaranteed first quest, then it's an absolute I'm coming back later just because the key doors. There's a book on the floor. I don't believe that is for the old man because we've seen a couple different things. Or I think it was like a question mark at the hint shops and other stuff, so it wouldn't even matter. Whether or not it's maps, hard to say.
Yeah, I don't know yet because we had that map.
Malchior sees the Skliak on low health and 5 and key doors everywhere and kind of nopes the whole situation.
Level 5's got dark nuts too. Wallmaster room with 2 key doors. Alright, which is it gonna be?
May have chosen wisely in terms of there being a push block in this room, but poorly in terms of the enemy set.
Yeah, ugh. 6 blue dark nuts, wood sword, 6 bombs.
I mean, it's very doable as you see Malchior is block clipped to avoid getting hit by them, but the time sink here, if this is just a transport to like another segment or something, or if it doesn't push at all, is just gonna make it would make me pretty sad.
Yeah, waiting on these guys to cooperate is quite the time sink, so he's getting into the action now.
I was told that they follow you a percentage of the time, but for me, that only ends up being whenever they can actually get to me and kill me. Whenever I want them to keep on their pattern in the straight line so I can get my sword beam time, they turn around.
Yeah, if they've got like a decision tree going on, I haven't been able to figure it out.
They're supposed to follow you like 25% of the time or something like that. It is an item. This doesn't guarantee Heart Shuffle is on yet. I don't think we've seen any other hearts of note. As far as on the coast spot, we saw the raft, so it's not there. And it's also not... we haven't seen the white sword item yet, so we don't know.
Yeah, that heart on the floor in 2 is the only other potential, like, heart in a possible item location. And book is not maps.
Nope, so it's just a free torch, I suppose. Malchior sees the key door, can definitely open it, which he's going to do with a pirouette. Looks like this is definitely the Wizrobe set.
Oh yeah, and they're teaming up for powerful wave of beams right there.
With so much money and knowledge of the blue ring, you'd almost consider a blue ring if you're fryteeth, just to make it to where you don't have to worry about your combat so much. But I might honestly load up on like 2 or 3 keys at this point. Even forgo the arrows for a little while, since I can probably farm them or use another large secret.
Yeah, like it hasn't stopped them a ton, but keys are a good investment when you have money to spend.
We only saw 8 for just a brief moment, so I didn't really get a good idea of whether or not it's a first quest or second quest 8. But if it's a second quest 8, then there's all the more reason to invest in some keys. I don't know how he lived there. That beam looked like he got him.
That beam seems like it just disappeared, yeah.
Well, it kind of disappears towards the wall, but it still looked like it was going to hit him and then just noped.
Malchior's gonna persuade this key door to open as well.
I'm wondering if Malchior was regretting not diving into one a little bit earlier without an item.
Got a staircase and a Triforce in the same room.
Yeah, Triforce not so helpful, but the item tells you can go. I think both saw the same heart in the stair at level 3, to answer the question, chat, so I don't know that we can confirm it yet.
How do they already have the Triforce if it's sitting there on the floor? So they start with 2 Triforces in this flag set. Their goal is to get all 8, but they get 2 for free.
Yeah, some debate about whether it is on or off. Heart Shuffle is simply undecided. It's not enough info. We'll hopefully find out here in the next little bit. I wonder if the runners have clued into these dark rooms and what that means for the back half.
Yeah, it might not super matter to them until they see enough of one of the levels to mark it down as first or second. I guess one thing that could make it matter is you love these early dungeons.
More Pole's voice. I mean, at least it's only 4 or 5 hits now, for the most part. Or 6, I guess, if you get kind of unlucky. It does appear this one's giving the runners enough keys to get through it, so despite my thought that maybe you buy a handful of keys early on this, it's not looking like that's particularly useful.
Maybe they could pick up some meat instead, just in case.
And Malchior gets the book, so it has the book and the white sword at this point. Ooh, bomb upgrade. Let's go.
That's a cool +4 max bombs.
Yep, and you don't feel scammed, and you don't get the extra bonus bombs. You just get the normal 4 for your 100.
Sorry, I couldn't bring your pizza, old man. I was too busy buying more bombs. Here's a key purchase for Malchior, so they're both up to... Well, Fry had 2 for a moment. Oh right, this was a heart, so we have seen 2 stair hearts.
Ah, I forgot about level 5. You are correct. My bad for correcting somebody earlier. It's first quest 7, by the way. The reason I know is it's too high. It's a row above the bottom row. So it's the very tip of the bottom jaw of the snake.
Ah, right, okay.
So, I mean, that's kind of, sort of helpful. I mean, you don't have second quest 8, but you do have first quest 9.
And that makes 8 potentially all the tastier if Malchior's noticed that.
Consider the magical sword. Consider the magical sword. Dungeon 3 is complete.
Yep, here we go. Malchior back into 8. Seven is under a lake, and I think from some people's perspective, they would rather just leave it there. But we do need to go get the Triforce eventually.
Looks like a red candle on the floor there, so Malchior can burn twice per screen. Give peace a chance while we deprive you of the 11 heart mags. Let's see if it rolls vanilla on the next heart, or if Shaddy has graced the seed for a 14.
Wood arrow pickup for fryteeth. And even if it is 14 and they never get there, they still got the white sword. And Fry is uncovered level 4. Even more dark rooms. Boy, this is another mean room companion in level 8 to the one we saw earlier. Got more Pole's voice. Had pancakes. Got Beamos.
Yeah, I'm kind of waiting for Malchior to just walk into a staircase room, go down the staircase, and the indie key's there at this point.
You certainly got enough keys for it.
Feels like Malchior's at least plus 4 keys in this dungeon, maybe plus 5. Oh, that's dangerous. That's a death if you just don't up A.
Yeah, let's try that again.
It doesn't appear that that staircase is very useful, though. I wonder if remove open staircases is on. We're going to find out here in a second, perhaps. It is. So, bombs on the floor with a rupee boss and a red ring in the staircase.
And a red ring in the staircase.
Meanwhile, fryteeth clears another room of shenanigans and gets another heart container. I don't remember where he saw level 4 at and how close it was to where Magical Sword is, but if it's particularly close, might speed him up enough for it to be worthwhile. Looks like we've got a compass in that room, but presumably seen the Triforce and 8, so that's not super useful. And double heart and force. Now you're at 13, 66% chance based on where he was when he tried last. And we have the second item, I believe, in this level 8.
Yep. Key in the corner. Magical boomerang.
Ta-da! It's magical, just not the key.
And it was a blue thing, so it had to ruin the theme of red items. But yeah, the Triforce is just right here.
Fryteeth is going to try and sword beam this landmola, and does so. I was going to say, if this is a triple segmented 4, it's terrible, but it's not. And thankfully, the item groups are shuffled, so you can get some health back off of some of these gels. Bit of precarious position there for quite some time. Back into 1 for Malchior, I think has 1 more item left to find.
Yeah, that's right, because now he's thinking Heart Shovel.
Yeah, both runners at least have the guaranteed knowledge now. The whistle is to beaten new, to answer the question, chat. So, still mildly useful. And I did miss the magical sword question, but it looks like it got solved in chat. It could be anywhere from 10 to 14.
Yep.
Pull's voice, dropping bombs. Once we get a bow, that's actually really nice. Until we get a bow, it's really crummy.
Yeah, it's a little bit evil.
This shoot room in 4, if it spawns a Triforce, it'll be in the center, not on the left side like it would be in second quest. There's the wand, so you get the full candle effect out of this level 1. Meaning wand plus book equals candle, based on the wand fire.
Well, it's a little more versatile than a candle, I think.
It's really useful for likes. Malchior, with his knowledge of Heart Shuffle, is going back into 2.
Yeah, they both saw the recorder very early. And we've also... I believe Fryteeth saw the heart in here.
Yep. I guess you could say Malchior won't love what he finds next.
Yeah, but it'll love him.
There's the Triforce room trolling in the dark. Even with the red ring, getting trapped there on a wall you didn't expect is a lot of damage.
Oh yeah, and Patra was guarding the Triforce in level 4.
Yeah, it's good on fryteeth to be able to get all that cleaned up without losing his life at any point. It's just makes you feel better about getting it all cleared.
And Malchior is done in 2. 13 is enough for the magical sword.
So a little bit of a combat advantage to fryteeth. You'd think it's neutral, and for rooms with the bubbles it might be, but since there aren't any red bubbles in play for this seed based on how it's rolled, the magical sword more often than not will actually give you a small benefit beyond the wand just because of the permanent sword beams. The whiz robes not being affected by the wand means that the sword beams make it more valuable to have magical over wand plus white sword, in my opinion. Unless the whiz robes go the overworld, which they didn't here. Level 6 in Death Mountain, fryteeth is on 0 keys still, so it's a bit of a dangerous position for him to be in.
An immediate Patra. Not so friendly coming in here with 3 hearts without a key.
Yeah. Again, if nothing else, fryteeth does have a lot of money and not a lot of things to buy at this point. So I think you can get 2 keys based on the 70-ish price of the smaller $signed key.
Yeah, it might be a little bit of a trek just because I think he's seeing this Death Mountain for the first time, so the shops he knows about are a little far away. But again, with the recorder, it's not a huge pain to get back here.
Yeah, worst case scenario, you recorder to either 1 or 3. I think they're both pretty darn close.
Yeah, he actually took it to 4.
I guess 4 is also pretty close to it too. Yeah, you really got your pick as long as you don't go to, what, level 2?
Yeah. That spike trap is guarding some bombs.
Now see, this is the room where the magical sword's really going to be a bonus. Although getting bopped out of the doorway is painful. Yeah, fryteeth, I think, was considering maybe pulling a save at this point and then going to buy keys or going somewhere else. But that room could be an item, so I think that's going to inevitably just kind of persuade him otherwise.
Yeah, and again, like that Triforce room, it's a mean layout having to walk around the edge. Well, okay, this is working out.
Yeah, magical sword just makes it so trivial as long as you don't get taken out of the door.
Yeah, it seemed like they cooperated a little better that time. Gibdo's got some bombs as well in the tea room.
And we get a look at this 6. It doesn't actually look like it's a ton more rooms than a First Quest 6, just a different layout.
Yeah, it looks to be 28 rooms. Heart on the floor in level 5.
This 5 has got a really weird shape going, or it's segmented. Oh, baby.
Oh yeah, silver arrows in 6. It's absolutely needed, because we do have to fight Ganon.
Yeah, I'll say this, it's in a staircase, so unless the Triforce is, like, specifically, like, right off the start the other direction somewhere, I don't think it's something that's easily missed. Especially if you're Malchior and you have no bow, no silvers, no ladder, don't have a power bracelet for a overworld blocker, potentially, so... I don't. Basically, I'm saying I don't think that Malchior's going to miss it unless there's some really game-changing moves made as far as item knowledge.
Yeah, and he's got tons of survivability to get through those tougher combat rooms as well. What in the world is that level 6 map? It looks to me like a one of those marshmallow peeps. And fryteeth has found the Triforce in level 6. Isn't it supposed to be vanilla first quest? So that's actually the thing about random percent, is there are options for the choice of dungeon quest in the dungeons. So we get pure first quest dungeons, pure second quest, shapes, which are generated new dungeon layouts, or mixed, which is what we have in this case, which you get dungeons 1 through 6, choose one option, and then 7 through 9, choose another option. Could be the same one.
Yep, Malchior just found the heart container at the White Sword Cave, so we know that's not the answer for one of our big items. At this point, it's starting to get close enough to where I think important items in 9 might be on.
Yeah, we are without a ladder, power bracelet, and bow.
The reason why I say that is just because I think the amount of locations we have left to check are down around, like 3 or so outside of level 9. Yeah,
we haven't seen any of 7. We're done in 5, I think.
I think we're only not done in 6's floor item and 7, if I've got my tracker right. Because we have the double heart in 4, the double heart in 3, the double heart in 5. You have all 3 items in 1, you have a heart container in 2. And all items in 8. So I think we're almost out of hearts at this point.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if what I saw was a floor heart in 6. It's tough for me because both 5 and 6 are green. Or no, 6 isn't green. What am I talking about?
The reason why I don't think it's the case is fryteeth is still at 13. If it was a floor heart, even with that much health, your ability to just pick it up within 2 seconds or so is worth actually doing it, just without the red ring or blue ring to kind of defend you.
Yeah, sorry, I mixed up my levels. Yeah, still outstanding.
So either the any key and the last heart are in 9, or we have important items in 9 is kind of where I'm going to be with this one.
And yeah, the recorder flag is standard in a sense. It takes you to the new beaten dungeons. So if they have a Triforce on the screen, it will take them right to the dungeon that they got that Triforce from. I'm very curious to see the map of this 4.
Yeah, so this is the point in the seed where I guess we could do a little bit of a rehash for those that are joining in a little bit later. Since both of our runners are essentially digging in locations that the other ones cleared, we have the knowledge. First off, since you can't see who's tracking behind the scenes, it is Miss Malchior. I'm Furious K. He smile fires. What we have here is a Shapes front, first quest back half, mixed quest dungeon setup. I believe we had a first quest overall entirely. I don't remember exactly what level 2 looked like, but it seems like everything's cooperating. We have Heart Shuffle on, we have Beam Swords on, we have Remove Open Stairs on.
Yeah, as shown by that staircase leading to the red ring just now.
Yep. The book is no boomstick, no maps, and no information at shops. So, unfortunately, both runners will have access to fire on their wand. The only major difference outside of the dungeons that the runners are in now is I think Fryteeth might eventually go back into 1 looking for the wand, just because he doesn't have that information. And if you're missing the bow and the ladder and the power bracelet even, you might think to check the last couple rooms in 1 before digging out, say, level 7, or if 7 was ladder block, maybe going back to a level 6.
Yeah, like he saw some of, or he's in 8 now, he's seeing it presently, but you've got Heart Shuffle, any item location could possibly matter.
So I think that Fryteeth overall is going to probably have a small advantage still in terms of who's leading in this race. If for no other reason than the Exploration 6 being essentially done outside of the floor drop. I feel like the dig of 1's not going to take that much time, but also we don't know how long this dig of 8's going to take Fryteeth, so the lead could be anywhere from like nothing to maybe 1 or 2 minutes. So it should set up for a pretty good conclusion between both runners.
Yeah, it's not a bad play to come into 8. It's a good density play. We just happen to know it's not really going to help him that much.
Yeah, the help he got was the red ring, and can't discount that, but it's not really enough to be valuable. I'm guessing Malchior didn't see the second heart here in 3. To answer the question, chat, both have been in 1, but fryteeth never went to the key-locked room at 0 keys to see the wand in the first level, so he might go back assuming it might be bow or ladder in his case, even though we know it's the wand.
Yeah, they actually both skipped it. We had been key-starved for quite a while.
Yeah, Malchior eventually went back for the wand, but it was at least a double dip for him as well.
And coming here with the red ring, much easier to get through these blue wizrobe rooms. Yeah, I think you might have left here when we hadn't yet clocked that heart shuffle was a thing. And so this is the revisit, just to leave no stone unturned.
Yep, here comes the knowledge of the magic boomerang for fryteeth, which will be noped. And is now just going to opt into burning the key to get right back into the Triforce room, I think. It's just faster, and we got to get out of here now. Alright, I'm pretty sure... Well, I guess Malchior had both hearts to go for. Or just realized that no, that was the last room in the sequence there. Here comes the dive that we thought was probably going to happen from fryteeth. In the meantime, fryteeth.
Yeah, he's got to get over up and right.
Yeah, it's not a terrible play at all. Just, again, commentator's knowledge knows that this is not going to pay off in any really meaningful way. I suppose a little bit of a combat boost, but it probably is going to be something that makes fryteeth sad rather than happy. Yeah, 6, the shape of 6 was kind of beefy, but really I don't think it's that much worse than First Quest 6 normally would have been, so it's, I don't know. It's something you can dig. I like digging it really early in a race if I need keys, and I know it's a shape.
So Malchior hadn't seen either heart. I wonder if he had it down as, like, key blocked or something, because I thought he had been in there before.
Dungeon 1 is complete.
Well, I know he didn't have the bomb wall open to the southern portion of the dungeon, so maybe he was out of bombs and keys when he went in there.
Yeah, it was pretty low resources near the start, and that was one of our starting Triforces.
Yeah, so fryteeth is now heading back into 6, which is interesting. Did he see 7 at any point? I thought it was Malchior that saw 7.
Yeah, I think you're right.
4 was finished in its entirety for fryteeth, to answer the question. Or at least I remember seeing him see both hearts because we made a comment about it, going from 11 to 13 and maybe making the mags play.
They both have so much money.
Yep. And not really any reason to go spend it at the moment. Maybe you wait and hope for bomb upgrade again. I don't feel like keys... I mean, at this point, if nothing else, I'm burning every key door. You have 6 to 8 keys, depending on who you are, and you have enough money to go buy 3 or 4 more keys on top of that, so I wouldn't pass up a single key door that could potentially lead me somewhere new.
Malchior got last enemy drops the clock. And yeah, Ganon's room is in this level 6.
Alright, so there's only a handful of rooms left. I think... fryteeth is, I think, thought about it, even just going up and burning the key door there to try and get left. It looks like it's got to be one of these couple of rooms, though, on the left side. Malchior is going to find out the bad news about this room pretty soon. So 1 room left. And then fryteeth has the whole dungeon cleared. Oh man, this is the ladder room.
Wow.
I'm rooting for a ladder room.
6 blue wizrobes, red ring. Okay, fairy helps.
A ladder.
You spoke it into existence.
I mean, we're ladder blocked out of 7, and that was the last room he had to clear. So it's one of those where I made myself look better than I really was at calling it.
Now that you have the ladder,
the only other option would have been that he missed another location, or another room, didn't fully clear it. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see when Malchior makes that discovery. In theory, you think if he can make it to that room, which I kind of think he's in the room now, by the way.
Yeah, this looks right.
He's like, no thanks. And then goes back, so I guess he might clear it. I mean, if you're Malchior, this room is bad news, but you have white sword, red ring, and you did have potions. And the reason you're going to clear it is because you know that this is the last dungeon that you can dig, so it has to have the ladder in it. And that is the only reason you're clearing this room.
Well, so if Fry hadn't been in here, he wouldn't know about this ladder block. But I guess we would know.
Malchior, I'm almost positive, has seen level 7. I'd bet the house on it, in fact. So they both knew this ladder block was in 7. Now you're almost compelled to dig the 7. Malchior gets the Triforce in 6. This could actually potentially be bad news. Because he could think he can go to 7 and look for what he needs, which is exactly the thought process. This is the map room for level 7, which is not very helpful. One of these was. But I wonder, if you find one item in this level 7, do you just go if it's not the bow? Like, let's say you find a, let's say you find the any key in this level 7. You know that there's a chance that the other 2 items in here are one of like a power bracelet or a bow, and you're guaranteed that you'll have an important item in 9 at that point.
Get the raft off the coast.
It wouldn't be the... Sorry.
We had a question about whether or not we've seen level 9. I want to say that I've not seen it, but I haven't actually been tracking in full in this.
Yeah, I don't recall seeing it. And I could see you leaving 7 with one item just to try to go get some of the overworld exploration done that you know you have to do anyway.
Yeah. Upon me cheating a little bit and looking at one of the runner's trackers, I don't believe we found 9. It could very well be Raft Block 9 or Power Bracelet Block 9.
Well, Tracker knows best. Maybe we should go get the raft.
I still think you absolutely have to look at one item in here. If it's not the power bracelet or the bow, then we have important items in 9. If you find the power bracelet, you're guaranteed access to 9. Well, we're going to run into the last 9 or 10 rooms. Heart on the floor guarantees important items in 9 now. So, if the bow is in here, it's power bracelet, any key 9. I would think the odds on favorite are for the power bracelet to be in 7. Just because of how many overworld spots the raft actually clears for you.
Yeah, now I guess we finish.
Yeah, based on how many rooms are left in this 7, you have literally another 9 rooms if you're fryteeth. I don't think it makes enough sense to avoid 9 rooms and go digging 56 rooms. We take those.
And the mugger takes those for Malchior.
Well, if he had a better door than a bomb wall, yeah. I'll take the wild guess that this room is finally the item. So what do we got? A really fun seed or one that we're finished with? Fun! So Raft
Wow.
9, it's the any key, and the power bracelet and the bow are in 9. That was like the least likely outcome of all of them.
Well, having all the keys you could ask for is a nice benefit on top of having all the knowledge now.
So the lead is assuming fryteeth has found 5, which I'm almost positive he's found 5, it just hasn't gone back to clear. I feel like the lead is like literally nothing. because it's going to take Malchior not long to discover the items in 7 at this point. Maybe another 2 or 3 minutes. fryteeth has the double heart out of 5, is just missing the Triforce, so he's going to go in there, blitz rooms until he gets a compass or a Triforce, and then head to the raft spots, looking for 9.
Yeah, with all this combat help, Link is a force to be reckoned with, and so the rooms are not going to take Malchior very long. fryteeth's world wrapping to get the raft.
I'm assuming fryteeth hasn't gotten the Triforce in 5. It's one of those where he may have just missed accidentally as well.
Malchior, we believe, does not have silver arrows.
Oh, I can guarantee he doesn't have silvers. fryteeth does not have the Triforce out of 5. Also, fryteeth does not have the second heart out of 5. So, assuming that, assuming we didn't double up on the 5 hearts, then this is going to be a fun 9. I'm reconfirming that I haven't maturely called the situation in 5 here. No, Malchior has double hearts out of 5. So, yeah, it is what it is. Bow and 9. PB at 9.
Well, fryteeth will have the heart lead for sure.
Oh, yeah. fryteeth is Team Chester completely here. Malchior's lost that race. First to 16 hype. There you go. I would say it's not every day that you get to see that, but there was just a Valentine's Day race a couple nights ago that the community ran, and then there's going to be, I think, another one on Sunday where you have to get every red item in full, including potion, meat, red ring, and all 16 hearts.
Yep, gonna be part of the Z1R weekly on Sunday night. A rerun of the Valentine's Day race. Malchior's got his any key in level 7. Just needs to work his way back to the Triforce.
Yep. So Malchior, I think he's probably gonna go to 9. They're gonna have the lead into 9, but doesn't have the silvers. Unless he makes a play back to 6, which is actually more reasonable than normal, just because well, no, Malchior doesn't have the map, never mind. Let's go say if you have the map of 6 and you've cleared as many rooms as you have, you might take that on first. Still a chance he does.
Yeah, you could try to rule out it being Power Bracelet that he left or something. But it also helps that the raft is right next to one of the raft checks. Do both runners know where 9 is? Neither runner knows where 9 is. Yeah, like fryteeth absolutely for sure has to know it. Malchior has one item left over that could be in the back of his mind. And will be very soon here.
This map is really helpful, by the way.
Wow, that is a level.
Yeah, it's going to tell fryteeth exactly what he needs to know that he's staircase hunting for the segment staircase. Probably already had that inclination, but guarantees it. That's not some really convoluted path.
Anyway, given that we are in level 9, we are looking for a couple things in here that would be good to note down for later. Listening for the sound of Ganon, who can be heard in any room adjacent to him, up, down, left, or right from his room. We're also looking for Zelda's room, which will be behind a shutter that won't open when the enemies in the room are defeated. But it will open once Ganon is defeated.
Yeah. I don't think we've seen Zelda's actual room. We've seen Ganon's. Passing on the map is fine in 9 because it's first quest 9, so it's the skull.
Yeah, you can just kind of like paste that into your map tracker. The first quest layout. Another staircase dumping us out with Land Molus.
Yep, now he doesn't want to go down because the door might shutter behind him, given the roar.
Yeah, that's a Ganon roar somewhere around here.
It's to his right, so
Yeah.
he could go back and go down if he wanted to, but might as well finish clearing this setup if you want. Or
Too
not.
much slowdown in that room. Let's try the other room.
I believe this is the room for fryteeth. So the Trolley 5 has bought Malchior a little bit of exploration time. I don't know that it's enough, though, unless he gets both items here in a hurry.
Yeah, they don't seem to be showing up very quickly. It's encountering not too many of the stair rooms. And welcome to level 9 for fryteeth.
I feel like it's about a 4-minute deficit in, but again, we know that Malchior has a lot more work to do outside of 9.
Well, there's the bow.
So the bow's a little bit out of the way from where you start in this level 9. I just now realized how fun that staircase is.
Oh yeah, that's very useful. That may have something to do with all the stairs being hiding out. Well, there's a way into Zelda's room.
Yep, the Eye of Skull has a secret. It's definitely relevant still here, despite it being a completely random setup here for the rooms. Yeah, Malchior has the full roar. He knows exactly which room he is in. He just doesn't know if the bomb walls work around it necessarily.
Definitely having a hard time, like, cutting through to the left side from down there.
Yeah, it's not too surprising. 9 First Quest has a lot of segmentation to it. It's kind of deceptively broken up in the original game, so in Randomizer it feels like it does the same thing. So it's giving Malchior some time, but Malchior really, really needs to find this power bracelet in a hurry.
And that does not push.
Looks like he's almost in disbelief as well.
Yeah, triple checking it. There's a whole section toward the middle that it seemed like Fry just walked into. Looks like that's what Malchior is trying now.
Alright. Looks like Fryteeth is on the correct side of 9 now for what he needs. And it's going to get him roar information in this room. No bombs from Malchior. That's why he's out.
Yeah, not too far from like 3 shops though.
Yep. I would fill completely up to all bomb upgrades. Fryteeth is about 3 rooms away, now 2 rooms away from what he needs. I don't believe this is it. Nope, it's the key. So now you just go down 1 more, and I think this is the room?
Yeah, this is it.
And has the roar, so as long as it's an easy path to get into Gan's room, like another bomb wall he hasn't checked yet, it should be about to the point where Fryteeth gets to the finish line. So really this just came down to what I thought wasn't going to be the problem. I thought the staircase item 6 was going to be a little bit easier to find than it ended up being on as far as the path goes between it and the Triforce. Can't really fault Malchior for deciding not to go back to 6, quite honestly. You know, important items in 9, so on. So there's every chance that you had both the bow and silvers in here. It just happened that it rolled into 6.
So,
Pretty sure he bombed that wall. He's got to go up twice and to the right. If this one doesn't open... Oh, power bracelet found. So not over yet, but there's another path that's kind of vertically, not too far away from where Gan's at. So Malchior's really going to have to find this in a hurry, and I don't know that Malchior even has the path to Ganon completely solidified.
Yeah, I think Fry was just over in the same rooms that Malchior saw.
This key door right here is really important. It's going to get him one room away again. There's no doorway in yet, but it's also going to give him access up and left, so he's guaranteed it now. So 4 hits away unless it's a 0 HP, and it is.
Hi Ganon, bye Ganon. Just need to go one more room up, and we'll see that shutter door pop right open.
Looks like the time is officially 1:27 flat.
GG to Fryteeth. Rescued Link successfully.
Was it a Dig Dogger block? Oof, I didn't even realize it was Dig Dogger block. Didn't really matter because the flute was so early in 2, but that could have been fun. I don't think it'll take Malchior long now. Probably about a minute and a half, 2 minutes to find the right path.
Yeah, he's got most of the way. Apparently 12 is enough for the magical sword.
Yep, Fever Dr. Mario, so I have the right song on of the 2 tunes.
We are joined in the booth by Fryteeth. Hello. Congratulations on your win in week 1.
It looks like the seed roll that he was given has left him speechless. Maybe it's the push to talk getting him again. It happened to me. Malchior gets the bad news that this is not the path. And Malchior's exploration of 9 is almost identical, so I think this is just going to come down to finding the key door that he walked by earlier.
Yeah, it was actually somewhat specific to get there in the end.
Yeah, thankfully, both runners sought out the any key. Fryteeth going to try again, maybe?
Guess that's a no.
No, it's a yes. I just didn't hear you
Okay.
the first time.
Sorry.
You're all good. And GG's. The seed was
Thanks.
a rather interesting one that almost forced a full clear, honestly.
Yeah, I found everything but the power bracelet.
Yep. Malchior found the power bracelet because he didn't kill the Dig Dogger in 6 before that, so that's basically the difference in the seed.
I don't even remember. The Dig Dogger, was that guarding the silvers?
Yep.
Yep.
Reverse. Malchior now in Ganon's room, about to kill the pig. Oh, just a one hit. Oh, the information gain in this one was really early as far as learning everything there was to know about what the random percent rolled, for us at least. We saw the double hearts in 5 from one side and the double hearts in 3 from the other to kind of guarantee the heart shuffle. I don't know, talks through kind of the early game thoughts and how you started feeling as the seed progressed and you were fully clearing it.
Yeah, definitely didn't feel good. I mean, the first quest overworld was, I think, pretty obvious in the first like 3 or 4 minutes, so felt good there. But you know, I went into 2, found the recorder, went into 1, found 2 items, and decided heart shuffle was off, and so I, left 1 at that point. I mean, fortunately, it was just the wand, and it didn't matter, but that really didn't feel good when I found both hearts in 3 and both hearts in 4. And then from there, it was just clear everything, and I felt way behind. And the only thing that made me feel like maybe I had a shot was, finding, ladder and silvers were both pretty well hidden in 6, and so I knew he would have to have ladder before 9, but I was hoping he wasn't going to have dug 6 for the silvers and went into 9.
Yep, as we're joined by Malchior, who, that's essentially the only real difference in the end between the two. Well, that and Chest Jerk is definitely Team Fryteeth at 16 hearts versus the 12 from Malchior.
I hurt Chest Jerk's feelings when I picked up a blue candle when I already had a blue candle.
Nice. I didn't pay attention to that. I didn't call it out.
That was at the very beginning. I picked up a take any and I was like, wait, I started with a blue candle. Oops, well, I'm -1 tonight.
Yeah, I had all 16 at the end.
Nice. I kind of did a little Rick 6 after that Triforce and found the ladder, and I'm like, holy frick balls. Okay, I'll just go dig 7 for bow or silvers. I'll come back if I need to. And then when 7 was a dud, I was counting myself. I'm like, important items in 9 is on. Like it's totally on. I can guarantee bow, PB, one of them's in 9. So I'm gonna make the commit to 9 because I felt behind as heck. I last locationed the sword. I died over on Boss Hill's side. It was just I had to start making risks and then had to run back and clear everything anyway.
Yeah, that sounds like pretty much how my seed went. Also, I died trying to get into level 8 the first time. Didn't come back there for 45 minutes.
I didn't have a sword until like 15 minutes or more.
I've had the sword at 8 minutes and white sword at 16. So, but
yeah, I felt really bad when white sword was there because I'm like, oh my gosh, this could have been my first weapon. Oh no. Except I didn't have bombs at the time. I went into 2 early, a few rooms in, found recorder, dipped, and recorder to found where 3 and 1 were. At the time I thought it was 7 and 8 because I thought recorder to unbeaten was on, but then I remembered, oh yeah, we start with 2 Triforces. Oops.
Yeah, the 2 also gave you pretty early information as to whether or not you had a first quest, second quest, or shapes based on where you entered and how wide it was going early on.
Yep, for a second it looked like the moon, and then when those rooms started going left, I'm like, oh, nope, alright, full shapes, 1 through 6, here we go.
Yep, so then the question was 7, and I don't know how quickly you both clued in on that, but the moment the dark room happened in 2, it was definitely a guarantee that somewhere we had first or second quest going.
Oh, good point. I hadn't thought it. I'm like, why are there dark rooms and shapes? That's why.
Yeah, I think I had 7 labeled as first quest, 1 room in.
Yeah,
not that it mattered.
Yeah, the moment I stepped into 7 and saw that Chevy room and saw where the spawn was, I'm like, all right, this is the head, and then I marked it, and then that's when I knew that means 8's first quest, and I beelined it to 8.
Well, it was definitely an entertaining race. I know it's kind of late, so I won't keep both of you for a ton of time here, but Swiss in this one's really just a little bit of a seeding adventure. I don't think anybody gets eliminated right off the first 5 races, so you get at least 6 or 7 out of this tournament. So while a win does help a little bit and a loss does hurt a little bit in the end, it's just week 1, so both of you have all the opportunity to kind of improve your standings over the next couple races, or perhaps have a slip up and not have it really hurt you much either way.
I like this one. I had fun. Wish I didn't have to full clear, but I got what I wanted. I got shaped dungeons mostly. I got shuffled overworld, and I didn't get sword at the start, but I got it in the last game possible.
Yep, there's definitely other races that have happened that have been far less enjoyable than this one was to at least watch. And while it wasn't the best feeling for either one of you to have to basically full clear or come really close to full clearing, either way, it definitely could have been a lot worse than it ended up being. And then Magical Sword being really easy to get to if you found some of those early dungeons with the double hearts. That got fryteeth a little bit of a speed advantage for a little while, and I really want to say that also with the silvers. I feel like both kind of contributed, because I feel like fryteeth's last room made me look real good when I called the ladder in there, because it had to be there. But Malchior kind of made up a little bit of time on the redig of it, as you didn't see the map, so you didn't see that you skipped at least a good dozen rooms.
Who, me?
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
You got to skip about a dozen rooms of 6. Congratulations.
Oh, okay. The top side that I didn't get to. Feels good.
Yeah, I saw every room in 6, and I think every room in 5 twice.
Yikes. Yeah, that 5 was jank.
Yep. Any final thoughts from either one of you before we let you go and kind of relax after this?
Nah, just GG's. I haven't really gotten to race fryteeth much in competition, or even in like the weeklies, so this was a good matchup. I liked it.
Yeah, GG's. I mean, we've raced a ton in the Battle Royales, but been a while since we've had a live one, so.
Yeah.
That's the fun thing about Swiss matchups. You get things like this to happen.
I agree. Good stuff. Thank y'all for hosting all this, especially given the adjustments we had to make. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I just couldn't. I've been up since like 4 to 6 this morning, so.
Take a breather.
Yep, we tried to get this. I didn't even know if we'd be able to swap channels, but we swapped channels, and the setup got done within about 7 or 8 minutes. So it was good work all around to get it moved over and get it on the air, and we were rewarded with a good match. So I can't complain. With that, though, let fryteeth get to bed. Quick note about schedules. It looks like SpeedGaming 2 and 3 have Zelda 1 Randomizer, so if you're looking for more action, probably both of those races. One's about 15-ish minutes away from starting, and the other one's about 40-ish minutes in. So if you're looking for more action, that's the directions to head, SpeedGaming 2 or SpeedGaming 3, depending which one you decide to watch. With that, Smilefires, anything that you'd like to ask before we let everybody go and thank the last of the people involved?
I don't think so. Thanks for the game, gentlemen. Thanks to Fury for jumping in the booth with me. Thanks to Mrs. Malchior for tracking behind the scenes as well. There is a tournament schedule. It's under the command !Z1R 2023. And I guess we'll see you all in the next race.